waiting on everybody, I'm gonna put some magic white on the canvas. Just a small amount, just to start with. Go right across the top, start pulling it down. Now I mix my magic white. It's just 50% linseed oil and titanium white. I tell everybody you can go a little bit heavy with the oil. And I'm using post board. It soaks up that first layer, so you gotta kind of go back over it to make sure everything's wet. But whenever you think you're finished, look down the side of the canvas and make sure everything is shining. Spots will dry up and you'll be able to see them. You want it to be wet for the entire painting, but it's a really, really thin layer. I'm only adding more right here because it dried out. I'll start pulling it down again. Alright, notice I'm pulling everything out now from the inside. It's a really, really light coat. At the end, I've still got a little bit down here that's dry. I'll even clean my brush off and go back over it. Don't add any more to it, just go over it with a dry brush. Whatever's left should be perfect. I do gotta add a tiny bit. I gotta be careful because I'm so close to the bottom. It's easy to add too much. If this was canvas, I would go ahead and start. But I want to give this time to soak up just a little bit. See how light it is across that tape? That's how light it is on the canvas. I'm just not taking it all the way to the edge because I'm going to pull that tape. Alright. think about what we're gonna put up here today. Hey Leroy. Hey Talara. Hey Sheila. Let's start with just a little bit of Tad Yellow. Start from the center and work your way out. Let it get lighter and lighter. And we'll blend that down even softer in a minute. Alright, I'm just gonna wipe the brush off. Get some that Alizar red works good. And these are oil paints. Sometimes I'll paint the canvas black or white with acrylic, let that dry, because it gives you a really smooth surface. Alright, just a little bit of that color. Just picking spots out to bring some of that color back down here. Alright. Now we need a little bit of blue. Cobalt is just a little too light. Yeah, maybe a little purple. found the phthalo blue. That color is really, really strong, so you don't need much. I want to get down into the yellow because it'll turn green on us real quick. Once we tone these, bring these colors down, we'll put some clouds up there. We'll get the 1.5. And just with small X's, start down here in the center, work your way out. Just the corner of the brush, really light. Because it's wet, we can move it around. Alright, clean the brush off real good. Just knock it off. You gotta go into the bucket. Start at the bottom just lightly. Go across it. No pressure. Just drag the brush really. Remember, don't come back down into the yellow. That blue will start turning green. You want to go back over it, clean your brush off. Just want to lighten it back here. You can do so much. Right? Which is gorgeous, guys. And it's not set. We could scratch it off and start over. Because it's wet. Alright, let's put a couple of clouds up there. Mix just a little bit of cal yellow with it. Better yet, let's put something we can see out there. Just add a little bit of lavender to it. Only worried about that top edge. We'll blend that bottom down. Keep your brush moving. Either push it all the way to the canvas or just a couple of hairs, but just keep it going. How big you want it, how thick you want it, that's up to you. Darken this just a little bit more. All right, we'll come back. Let's see. I got this little brush. Whatever makes you comfortable, just work the bottom of that cloud. Don't touch the top edge. Keep that brush moving. Really, really light pressure. You will destroy it. All right, before we move on fluffies, 2 up. It's just a half circle. Very light pressure. And go right over it, soft, real soft. Before I just wipe some of the paint off on a paper towel, just make sure it ain't heavy, then lightly go over it. All right, now we'll make something a little darker so we can see them. Everything should get a little darker in value as it gets closer. So with that being the furthest away, back in the horizon, this being as close as it can get, as close as we see it. And I'm just an amateur. This is just how I see it. Maybe it helps someone else. I started watching Bob Ross and really enjoy it. I'll add a little bit of blue to that. Not a whole lot. because we're changing the colors up, and we can push them back, make it look like there's distance even in the sky. Once again, just work the bottom, 3 hairs and some air. Just keep that brush moving. Let's do this one. Alright, we'll come back and fluff those up. Then we're just a half circle. I want to pull some of that color from the bottom up. And then when we go across it, it'll get rid of all these brush strokes. And it puts like little stringy things on the tops of the clouds, which I have paintings that I have left them in. I don't know, they're like angel clouds, kind of. That's what they remind me of. But when you go across it, it gets rid of all of that stuff. It gets rid of all your tap marks, brush strokes. Just sets that cloud down. Really light, just dragging the brush across. If you apply any pressure, it'll just take it away. Now that we're up here at the front, we'll put some white ones. Just remember, keep your brush moving. All right. We do all these steps to get the heavy paint off. We want to put the color up there, but having all that heavy paint doesn't help us when we go to put stuff on top of it. Just 3 hairs and some air. Man, my fingers are cramping. I had carpal tunnel. Because it's wet, you can just do anything you want with it. Alright. Go back and fluff these up, same steps. Picks up that heavy paint and really blends the bottom. Just want to knock it off, make sure you carry no heavy paint to the other side. Alright. Once again, we're going to go across it really soft. No pressure, just drag it. I'm gonna sit back and read some comments in just a second. Because it's, like I said, because it's wet. You just see stuff. All right. Thank y'all for coming. I'm glad y'all are here. All right, let's start with some trees back there in the back. When you're doing them far away, you don't really want to see a whole lot of color. Either brown or black really lightly. I think we'll start out with just a little bit of brown. Van Dyke brown. Wait a minute, I think this should have a mountain in it. Yeah, it definitely should. Alright, change of plans. See, I never know. I just think that sky needs a mountain. I don't know. Thank you for liking it. What I like about this is not drawing nothing, not going by any sketch or nothing. But sometimes the hardest thing is what to put up there, especially the scene I wanted to do. It'll look okay, but I think that, man, that's a nice guy. It needs a mountain. Because that magic white is on there, I just keep rubbing this and it'll get so soft. Really make it look like something back there in the distance. Alright, we'll just go ahead and I want to try to do this other scene. I ain't done one before. I'll tap a little bit. I'll get my 1 inch. Just very little color. Very, very little. I even tap it a few times just to make sure how much is going to come off before I hit the canvas. Alright, let's see. don't mind going back over it and adding a little color, because I want some of them you can barely see, and some of them that just disappear back there. I'll just keep going back into that color when I want it to darken. And this is just making it look like there's gonna be a bunch of trees back there. In just a minute, we'll change the color. Alright, right down here at the bottom, we'll get a clean brush. I'm gonna tap it. Then we're gonna put another illusion of trees back there. Just tap the very, very bottom. Get rid of those hard lines. That box is making it look like there's mist back there. It's gonna come back, lift up from the bottom. And this kind of puts the lumber back there underneath all those trees. Alright, let's tap it again, get rid of that hard line. Right on the bottom. Alright, now let's change colors. Let's go to a blue, then maybe a red, and then a green. And we'll kind of mix them up. Alright, get some sap green. We're going to do it the same way. We don't use very little color. And then we can come back and tap into some darker spots. And we'll probably cover up most of it, but it's really cool to have it back there as a foreground, as your background, I mean. Alright, right here at the bottom, Alright, we'll put a little bit of blue right on top of that. Put that blue. Alright, that'll work. Alright, I'm gonna put a little bit. I was all red. Not cleaning the brush, just letting it mix right on it. You can just tap in these layers. Alright, and get a clean, dry brush. Really clean, dry. Just lightly. Right, more lightly. Come across this. I mean, really light. It's too far away to see a lot of detail, so just flare it up just a little. Alright. That'll work for background. bring a little bit of grass across there. Darken that edge up just a little. Just mix a little cad yellow. The more you tap it, the more it'll just lighten up. Got that magic white behind there. The cad yellow and the green. Alright. Let's come across there with a little bit darker of a green. Mix a little blue and cad yellow. Yeah. Just lightly tapping those colors just mix right there on the canvas. Alright, I think we definitely need a little bit of water in here. Just pull some of that reflection down. Maybe even put a cabin right there. Yeah. Alright, clean the brush off. And make sure it's clean and dry. If if it's not dry, you're gonna mess your whole paint up. I got a little towel I always keep wiping mine off on. Alright, lightly pull across. And just automatically, you got reflections. You can go left, right, you can squiggle the lines, do all kinds of stuff. Light pressure though, just dragging the brush across. Straight, make sure you pull straight down and straight across. Got a little bit of water in there. Yeah, we definitely need to put a cabin right over there in that corner. Alright, time to play with the knife. If I can find it. Alright, there we go. Wait, before we move on, I need to put a little bit of land underneath that edge and a water line. Alright, so we'll get a little bit of just Van Dyke brown, make it really simple, then we'll come back and highlight it with a little bit of white and brown mix. Try to go in the same angle that your land is already going in. Don't worry about filling it all the way up. When you come back with the highlights, that's when it'll hit on just those heavy spots of brown. We'll put a couple of bushes back here. Alright, now we'll mix a little bit of white. Mostly white with some of that brown. And then come right back over the top, really lightly. You don't want the knife to touch the canvas. You want that paint to only hit those heavy spots of brown. And it'll break for you if you get the pressure right. It'll only hit those heavy spots. If you just smash the knife down, it'll cover the whole thing. Alright, disappears back there. Alright, now I'm going to come back and put just a little bit of color right along that edge to break up that line. I want to add a little bit of I'm going to add a little linseed oil to my paint. Don't want to come off. I used to use thinner, but it gets way too thin too quick for me. All right, that'll work. Now I'll put a borderline. Make sure you keep your waterline straight. Even though I'm going to be coming down at an angle, I'm going to start shaking the knife all the way down, letting that little roll of paint come off. And if you pick up a little bit of color, it's cool. As part of the shadow. Alright, that works. Any comments so far? Hey John, I'm sorry I have it turned around, man. Every time I do a painting, it's the first time, so I just get lost, man. I start seeing stuff that I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to use this again. Hey, Michelle. Don't give them no more, Michelle. It ain't worth it. To tell you the truth, I think the most I made in 1 week was $17. So don't waste your money on sending me stuff. Thank you. I do appreciate it, but yeah, that is really funny. Alright, I want to do that cabin. But thank you for supporting me like you have. It's been a true blessing. Alright, let's see. So first thing I'm gonna do is scratch out any heavy paint. And it kind of gives me an idea of where everything is gonna sit. And it'll help you too, because when you go to put your next layer of paint in there, if you don't scratch out all that heavy paint, it just begins to feel like mud, and it's hard to work with. So just scratch out the outline of house or maybe barn, whatever you want to put in yours. Alright, now I'm going to go back in and just add some color. So the far eave, that side, we'll see underneath it, but this side we wouldn't. So we'll start right here and pull down. And don't worry, you can always come back and straighten it up. There's no mistakes. It's all wet. Alright. Just under that side eave, I'm going to put a little bit of black for the shadow. Very small roll. Alright. And we'll clean that off. On this side, I'm going to add a little bit of brown. This will be the side wall. It has a little white mixed in it, but it's alright. I was going to do that anyway. I'll come back with a darker brown and make that the dark side. And when I do the front, I'll come across the front of it with white. Very, very thin layer of white. And just start getting that old cabin look, old wood. Very light pressure. Alright. I'll take a little bit of black and put some boards. It's okay if you don't see them. This is for people looking up close to it. Alright, on the other side, we'll use white to show those boards. Alright, now we gotta block out a spot for a door. And I got a little bit of red I'll put in there. little bit of white. Go around that door. Just to highlight it. Alright, let's put a top on it. Not worried about back here. It's gonna come off. But I do want to come back and soften this up some. Alright, take a little bit of white. Highlight the top edge. And just a little bit through there. Just a little light hitting on it. Now we gotta fix, he needs a little spot to walk out. Where's my fan brush? Hey Joanna, hey EJ, thank y'all for coming. Alright, let's see. Just a little bit of brown. Need to put in a little brown and white. So it mix right on the fan brush. Just kind of rubbing the canvas. Need a good pathway through here. Alright, now we need to put something back there around the cabin. First I need to pick up some of this heavy paint. Right around the bottom. Just scratch it off. Just makes it easier to put another layer right beside it. Just some more That sap green, a little bit of oil, linseed oil. And this just helps push that pad a little further back there. All right. That'll work. Let me add a couple of highlights to those bushes. Makes a little liquid white with that sap green. All right, that'll work. Now we need something on this side. All right, clean the brush. Go into a little bit of black and sap green. Very little black. I'm just going back and forth from the sap green to the black now. get different shades of color in there. And when we tap the yellow, it really will give us a bunch of colors. You get beautiful greens when you do yellow, black, yellow and green, yellow and blue. Maybe there should be let's do some highlights first, and then we'll Alright, so I'm just going to get some cad yellow out. Make sure the brush is clean. Now when we tap that yellow with those colors up there, we're going to get different shades of green. Thank all y'all for coming today. I appreciate it. Oh man, my hand's kind of a mess. That's why I wear gloves. But it'll be alright. Alright, just cad yellow and about 4 drops of linseed oil. We want it to be thin, not like ink though. If you get it that thin, it'll just come off in splotches. Alright, let's try that. Now I'm going to mix that into the sap green. I'm not cleaning the brush. All right. Let's see. All right. Somebody made it.
How's it going?
How's it going, man?
Pretty good,
Thanks for popping in.
for sure.
I think I'm gonna add a little bit.
I don't usually jump up there, but I just figured, fuck it, why not?
Hey, I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah,
All right,
for sure.
I'm gonna go back into that black.
You need a moderator.
Yeah, absolutely.
How are you doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing all right. Just trying to get some things together. That's all.
I was working on my painting and I ended up ruining it. Well, I thought I ruined it, but after a little bit of time and patience, I actually was able to fix it.
That's always good. I
Oh
mean,
man,
it's
that was
wet on
so
wet, right?
nostalgic. What's that?
It's wet on wet like this, right?
No, well, I was trying wet on wet, but I'm still new at this, so I'm learning. But
Okay.
it's I don't have the what do you call it? The oil.
Okay.
Say again.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
You're breaking up.
I'm sorry. I said I was listening. I apologize.
Oh, no problem.
All
But I
right.
don't have the linseed oil. So I'm gonna invest in some linseed oil. I just was using what do you call it? The
Dinner?
no, not thinner. The
Animal spirits?
no.
Oh, no.
I was just using white gesso,
Oh, okay, okay. I
but
got
it
you now.
wasn't. It doesn't do enough. You know, it grabs onto the paint too much and doesn't do the effect that you need.
I got you now.
But I'm definitely learning every time I watch. Gives me a lot of inspiration.
That's all I want to do. Inspire others to try it.
Oh
It
man,
really.
you're truly an inspiration for me to learn. I mean, you, Terry, John,
Really appreciate
MC,
it.
all of them, amazing. Yeah, it's definitely a patience thing for sure.
Right, right. And I watch other painters, and they talk about putting work to the side and going back later and working on it. I am struggling with that. It is so hard for me to set a painting to the side.
I'm one of those that I have to because I get frustrated. Like I'll get that imposter, syndrome. Like you're not good enough.
Oh.
Stop. You're not, your paintings suck, kind of thing. And then I'm like,
So
all right,
far,
I'm
even
with
when
you.
I mess up, I still impress myself.
Man, I tell you what, you did that Stairway to Heaven piece that you did. That was amazing.
I thought it was too. The lady
Oh yeah,
asked me
it was
about it
like
today.
whoa. It just gives me so many ideas, but
And I've
I
seen
like I
other
said,
people using it, man. I've seen it done in a seascape. Since I've done it, I've seen it in a lot of ways.
yeah. Hey, you need to invite Terry.
Is he here?
Yeah,
Mike, give me just a second.
I tried, but it won't let me.
Oh. Well, that's John.
And John as well, I think.
All right, I think I got them both. Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. On her too now.
All right, I'm gonna get some and go over some of that red with some yellow. Just a little too bright. I love doing scenes that are wild looking. But, all right, let's see here. Add a little bit more thing. I mean, linseed oil. Just don't want to come off.
So when you're mixing your paint, is that what you're putting in the linseed oil?
Yeah, I used to use mineral spirit, but it just makes it so thin so quick.
Yeah, I've got mineral spirit, and I wasn't very happy with it, so I stopped using it.
Right. I haven't had to use the mineral spirits in a while.
But I got this pour medium that I'm going to try and use. I just got some palette knives so I can start mixing my stuff well.
All right, that works for me. Let's pull some tape off, see what it looks like. Maybe it needs, I think it needs another tree. Give me just a second.
Those dark green trees in the background, you're going to do something else with those?
I want them to look like they're really, really far off.
Oh, I'm talking to this guy live.
But I also want to, I'm going to put some trees up there that'll push them back. The more detail we show on these,
Oh, gotcha.
give the illusion that they're closer.
He went out the window. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Use your draw on the run, secure the building. You two, stay here, understood? You okay? Yes. Did he hurt you? No, I'm fine. Joe, why would he do this? I was gonna get him out of here. It's not who he says he is. He's wanted under another name in Montana for killing.
I tried to invite a couple people, but I'm not sure what happened.
Okay.
Of course. Without your husband?
They might be busy. I know a lot of people have been painting. That is really good.
Maybe he had good reason for it. Do you hear yourself when you speak?
I'm talking to John right now, but well, I'm using your board to talk to him, but
All right, let's do another one back here in the back corner.
yeah, that's better. I like that.
We figured he must have died somewhere along the way until we flagged his photo in your local paper. Some guys just don't have the good sense to stay dead. Tell Megan.
I commissioned a horse for my mom for her birthday. It came out so good.
That is really cool.
Oh man, yeah.
A horse?
A horse, yeah.
I'm gonna check that out.
My mom's horse that passed away. It was her birthday yesterday, so I had it done for her like 3 months ago, and I've been champing at the bit to give it to her. And finally, I got to give it to her yesterday, and she was so happy with it.
Cool. Tell her happy birthday.
Yeah, we'll do.
That'd be a miracle, truly. Have you ever heard of anything like that happening?
No.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That really brings that bank, like, makes that bank look 3D now.
Right. It needs to be brought forward just a little bit.
That barn is amazing.
All right.
Yeah, half my problem is I just don't believe in myself.
You should.
I know. Easier said than done.
You absolutely should.
I've got some great ideas. It's just when I go to put them on it don't work out, and then.
And every time I go live to paint, I am afraid I am going to mess up. I really am.
Really?
But, I mean, I'm even if nobody else likes it, I truly do love it.
Well, each time you do it, you get more and more confidence anyway. So.
Right, man. I got paintings that probably the first 100 that I did. I don't even take them out of the closet no more.
No.
I just now that I've been painting for a while and still learning from other people and stuff. I go back at those paintings and look at so much stuff that's missing or the perspective was wrong.
Right. You're using oil or using acrylic?
Oil. But I do.
Oh, you use both though, huh?
Yeah, I use the. I just want a little bit more highlight here.
Yeah, there you go. That really made that tree just jump.
My paint wasn't thin enough. I'm having to struggle. You always, when you're highlighting, you want to be able to tap it and have the coating come off. Right. If you're having to work with it, it's too thick.
Gotcha. A couple people jumped on there and in your screen, but it said to invite, and then I tapped on it, and then they just disappeared.
They didn't want to be brought up or whatever.
Well, no, they're asking for the invite. That's what's weird.
Oh.
But it's not on there no more.
Right, that'll do it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. I like that.
Let's pull this tape off and see what it looks like. And I can't stop doing the borders too. It just automatically puts a frame on it, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I got one that I did that, and then I thought, man, no, I ruined it, and now it's all black again.
It really helps it. It really does. But I got color all over my hands.
Is that frog tape, or what is that?
It's paint tape. But I have went to the dollar store to get some cheap tape, and it still sticks too good.
Really? Yeah, I
When
get
you
it.
say it like that, it sounds bad. Well, the
See, there's
library
somebody
was
on your window right now asking for an invite.
I guess it's no good to say it. I'm sorry. I should have been there. I figured out what Oak was trying
I
to
don't
tell
see
me.
it.
It's Live for Christ, JJ. Or Live for Christ,
Never mind. I
JJ.
was all the way back looking at other stuff.
Listen to this. Pioneers exterminated the Miller's weasel deliberately, because they believed the weasel stole and
No,
ate
it's
the
just
baby.
suggestions,
But
is what John said.
pioneers kept killing the weasels in every possible way. Some set bonfires atop the animals' holes, shot them as they escaped, while others.
Oh man, that's gonna be amazing.
I'm going to have to go back and pull all that tape off the back edge, but that's fine. As long as the painting comes out nice and crisp.
Last person to check this book out of the library was?
Yeah, that tape really stuck on there hard.
It does every time. Yeah, I tried.
Oh shit.
You can't put it on after linseed oil because it just won't stick. It slides worse than the paint does.
Just impressed how crisp those lines are, on your border.
That's a fine looking paint.
It is.
Thank you, man.
It is beautiful.
What's going on?
Nothing much, just painting.
Rusty.
I heard you.
What you
Can
gonna do? Go out there and shoot your arrows?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I said, what you gonna do? Shoot your arrows?
I'm gonna sit down behind one of those bushes and look for
Yes.
a big old fat turkey.
Steven was talking about, you guys was talking about that painting. Somebody's TV's loud in the background. It's cutting out our mics.
Not
that's what it
mine. I
was.
had to do away with all my songs and all that stuff because it is so hard to get approved on other places when the music ain't approved.
Yeah. Must be Steven's TV.
I have spent 2 days editing one video trying to get the music out of it. All right, I'm gonna leave that right
His
there.
TV, whatever it is cut.
I turned it off.
Anyway, Rusty, he was talking about using oil and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure he paints with acrylic, so it's a whole different ball game. You shouldn't even be using that oil.
Oh no.
Right?
I don't know, man.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I know that
He paints with acrylic and you paint with oil. You thin yours with linseed oil and stuff. He should be using water.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
That's